Hello YouTube. Today we're going to do a video on one of our learning targets, rounding, and this one is specifically with decimals, although we're going to round a number without any decimals. So first I'm just going to go ahead and round these numbers to their given place value, and then I'm going to show you kind of a little bit more of what's going on with the number line and show you kind of why the answers are what they are. So the first thing I'm going to do is if I want to round a number to the given place value, I need to find the tens place. So I know this is the ones place, and then right after it is the tens place. So I like to underline. I do an underline for the number that is in the tens place, and we're saying is what's right behind it large enough to bump the 2 up to a 3 to make it, instead of 20, to make it 30. Instead of 2 tens to make it 3 tens, or is it small enough just to round it off and it stays as a 2, as 20? So our two options are: is it going to go to 3,400 and is it going to stay as 20? This is going to go to a 0, or is the 7 large enough to have it go up to a 3? So 3,400. So these numbers stay, the numbers in front, to make it go up to a 30. So that's the only thing that's changing, because it's going to stay at 2 or is it going to go up to a 3? Those are the only two options. The reason that is so is that if you thought of this as a number line, the number right in the middle between 3,420 and 3,430 is 3,425. So is this number that we have closer to 3,430 or closer to 3,420? Well, it's going to be right here. 3,427 is here. So when we round, we're just estimating. We're saying, is this number closer to 3,430 or closer to 3,420? In this case, it's closer to 3,430. So what about this one here? So 8 and 524 thousandths, and we're rounding to the hundredths place. So it's got this th, we're going to be in decimal land here. So this is the ones place, and then it goes tenths, hundredths. So this 2 again, 2 is in the hundredths place. So I'm going to look behind to the 4 and saying, is that large enough to make this, bump this 2 up to a 3? So my choices are either, is it 8.53? So is it going to be 53 hundredths? Oh, is it going to be 52 hundredths? Or is it going to be 8 and 53 hundredths? Only two options. You never round down to a 1. You can either stay as a 2 or you can round up to a 3. But either way, what's behind it is going to turn into a 0, but we don't need any extra decimal zeros. We don't need those extra decimal zeros. But when you're thinking of this, you're thinking about what is in between these two. Well, again, it would be 8 and 520 thousandths, and 8 and 530 thousandths. Well, what's right in between is 525 thousandths. And if you look here at this number, well, 824 thousandths is almost there, right here. But where is it going to round, right? If this is less than a 5, it's going to round down. It's going to round back down to 8 and 52 hundredths. We don't put these zeros here. We don't need them. I'm only interested in the hundredths place. Last one, let's round this number to the tenths place. So 3,472 and 65 hundredths. So this is the tenths place. The 6 is in the tenths place. So my two options are either that can stay 6 tenths or it's going to round up to 7 tenths. So I'm going to have here my options: 3,472 and 6 tenths, or 3,472 and 7 tenths. So to figure out what is in between them, right? What is right in between these two numbers? Well, it is going to be 3,472 and 6 tenths, and 5/500ths. So if I put a 0 on the end, I can see that 65. 65 is in between 60 and 70. And then take a look at where are we? Where are we? Well, we actually happen to be right here. Our number is exactly in the middle, 3,472 and 6,500ths. And if it's right in the middle, we're going to round up. So if this is a 5, the number right behind it, if the number right behind is a 5 or larger, you're going to round up. So this rounds to 3,427 and 7/10. All right, hope you enjoyed.